Hello friends, my name is Emile and welcome back to some more Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Today we're continuing with a Let's Play. This is episode 36, and in today's episode we're taking a look at the European Championship. We did Japanese, we did American. Now it's time to head over to Europe. I have people again. There's a couple less than last time. I can't remember who's here.
Co-narrated by Play Thunder X Game with 71, LRC, and Discussion Racer.
Yes.
And sadly, neither Game Was No Racer X NFS could be here, so the furry trinity
Game Was is here.
away. Oh fuck, not Game Was.
you
Pardon me.
dip.
Racer NFS and IGS. Shit, never mind.
Hey, guess what? We're using a RUF CTR2. What do you think about that?
Yay! You can drive a car.
I think it's not a Porsche.
You're probably got me in for a rough time if I'm not mistaken.
You know, I was just looking at VW
How rough
Beetles
it
earlier
is.
today.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a really nice one.
Nice. Okay, Rome Circuit, Special Stage Route 5, Grand Valley Speedway, Rome Circuit Reverse, and Monte Carlo. Series
Seems
race,
very-
5 races in the championship. Here we go.
Seems very European.
Yeah, well, I mean, the last one was American, this one's European. Hey, it's almost like it's the European Championship or something. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, I was referring to the tracks, but yeah, whatever.
This is Zonda racing against the 328 Ci. What?
I'm more impressed that there's a DB7 Vantage going up against the VX220.
So on the C12 in a VX220. What is this?
I
Uh,
got shenanigans.
Yeah.
Nanagans.
I call Malarkey.
I like how I bought this car. It said 526 horsepower, now it says like 499. Yeah.
It's
Need to
been
change
a
the
while.
oil.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
You'll be fine. I'm
You
sure
don't
you'll be
need it?
fine.
This is Emile we're talking about here.
I know,
Yeah.
but still.
Why? What?
You
Is
get a
that
couple extra horsepower.
Oh, I just realized that pretty much the closest competition would probably be that Zonda, in which case it's only for tracks that are kind of like more corners than anything. 'cause-
The VX220 is beating the Zonda.
What?
What?
It's confirmed the VX220 driver gives no fucks whatsoever.
Which 20 is beating you?
Wait a minute.
There's something
Emile,
wrong
Emile,
here.
are you gonna take that? Yeah,
No.
there you go.
Come on, you can't lose
Take
to
it,
one of
take
your
it,
least
take it.
favorite brands.
Not
There you
gonna
go.
lie, I kind of want the VX220 to beat the Zonda. Also, holy mother of understeer.
Well, just get to a long straightaway, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roughs always love understeering.
Actually, the thing is, the CTR2 is really the only rough that really had any kind of understeer issues. The RGT is actually pretty fine. And
Oh, the
Yellowbird
RGT is a good car.
And the Yellowbird is basically every corner is sideways.
Well, I drove the RGT for the time trials and it was pretty good for that.
Which is actually pretty hilarious, because in GT4 that all changes.
Really?
Well, the Yellowbird, for me, doesn't like to turn whatsoever.
The Yellowbird in Falls is quite fun to drive
I don't,
because...
I don't think the Yellowbird's in GT3 specifically, but
No, it's not. The Yellowbird in Forza's a lot more fun because, well, the front wheels lift off the ground at over 100 miles an hour.
Although, don't get me wrong,
That
I do
sounds like
enjoy
fun.
driving the Yellowbird in GT4. It is a fun car.
Yeah, I kind of wish that car would return to Forza Motorsport again. Because, like, last game it was 5, and it was stupid. I did the Top Gear laps for that car, and it
the problem
actually
is the
actually
thing I'm-
rolled
sorry.
over because
The
when
one thing I'm kind of
feet leaves the ground. Gone.
The one thing I'm kind of worried is that now with most games now being able to have Porsches in their games, I'm starting to get this fear that RUF's kind of gonna end up being like kind of forgotten.
Do you know what I think the issue might be? And this is pure, like, speculation.
What?
What?
I get a slight suspicion Porsche might actually hate RUF as far as licensing goes.
Really?
Why?
Because they're like, hey, you've been licensing, like, you've been using essentially our cars, like this is a 911, there's no way around that, so now we're going to turn around to game companies and say, hey, you include Porsche, or, you know, if you include us, you can't have RUF as well, or something stupid like that.
Well, the problem
I know
with that
Porsche is
that,
kind of petty, because it's Volkswagen Group after all.
I don't. Yeah, it's. To be honest, it would probably be more Volkswagen complaining than Porsche, to be honest. Because honestly, if Porsche really had such a big deal with it, then they wouldn't have allowed it in Forza 4 to have when the Porsches were added into the game eventually. They wouldn't have. If that was the case, then they probably would have
Yeah,
RUF taken out,
but
which they didn't do.
Oh, the Zonda's beating the VX now, finally. Oh god. Yeah, but I mean, like, they didn't have... I'm almost 100% certain Porsches were not planned for Forza 4 originally. Like, in
Yeah,
the last
but-
few Forza games, I think, ever since, like, Horizon 2, they kind of planned it, hence why Forza 6 didn't have the roofs.
Right.
And that's just sort of what lines up for me, because, like, that game didn't have them.
I mean, it's certainly possible, but I still think that if it really bothered them, then they would have said something by now.
Yeah, probably.
Well, unless the game companies themselves just don't contact RUF and be like, oh, hey, we're not going to use your license. We have
Wasn't
RUF
the
Porsches
crew
now."
supposed to be getting Porsches or something?
I don't recall.
What?
I thought the crew was supposed to be getting Porsches at some
The
point.
crew already has Porsches. Maybe.
Does it?
RUF.
No, it doesn't.
I know it has
It's
this.
RUF.
Well, I mean, the only other Porsches, well, technically Porsches, they have that 911 thing, and they have the CTR3 as well.
RT35, CTR3, and then there's one more. I'm trying to remember which one that was
I
called.
think it's like
though.
a 3400 or something.
3400K or something.
Oh, the body kit Cayman thing.
Yeah, the
was it?
Cayman.
Yeah, that
basically
one.
whatever was the Cayman.
Hey,
Because I have
fastest
that
lap.
circuit spec.
Yeah, this car is very understeery.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Same
you
second.
a fucking VX220 beat a TVR. Why?
I'm actually not. I won't lie. I'm actually not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, if
Because
it was a
Griffith
real
is
TVR,
decent
it'd be on
car,
fire.
But,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, the thing with TVR, it's not the Griffith's not really that great of a handling car, to be honest.
I should have used the Griffith, come to think of it. Oh well.
Hey, you're fine.
Yeah, I'll use a TVR at some point, probably, for something. Or have I already used the TVR? I don't even know. I'm gonna write down soon what cars I have actually used for this thing, because I genuinely don't really remember.
I thought you had a list for that.
I have a list for the arcade mode cars, I don't for, like, the actual career mode cars, and I need to make one. Because I can, like, look at half the thumbnails to get an idea, but I've only, like, that's only for the small portion, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Also, hey, look, we're sitting among a very intense battle.
Turning. And
got a-
turning.
Got a
and some
question.
straightaway, and some turn. Yes?
Hey, got a question.
What's the
An
question?
answer.
What's more believable, VX220, a stock VX220 at that, not the turbo, versus Zonda, or the Mini versus Viper from Vanishing Point's intro?
I still love that that's a thing.
That
That's-
was, in fact, an excellent episode.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
intro's pretty cool.
GT3
Even
also
if-
reminded me that there's no regular Cerberus in that game. It's just the Griffith, the Tuscan, and the Cerberus Speed 12.
Yeah, unfortunately no Speed 6, which gets rectified in Gran Turismo 4, and hey, we're going to be using a Speed 6 in Gran Turismo 4, because how the fuck... If a game gives me the option of using a Speed 6, I'm using a Speed 6. Because
And
Speed...
actually, I like that way of thinking because the Speed 6 was a fun car.
Hey, I'm going to be controversial. I'd rather the Speed 6 be in Forza than the Speed 12.
Hey, I mean, I
think I prefer the Speed 12 to... Speed 6 to the 12.
just want Cerberus.
I just want more TVRs that aren't the Sagaris. Is the Sagaris... Oh yeah, the Sagaris is in Horizon 3.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Still confuses me why the Sagaris is always the one they go for.
I
Because
think it's because
modern.
it's the newest one. Well, newest until like next year.
Or maybe... Again, I've got another conspiracy theory for you.
Uh-oh.
Maybe, considering it got bought out by a Russian kid and the Sagaris was like the only car from that sort of like Russian period, I wonder if that's the only car TVR can license out and the actual other TVRs are with someone else. Mind you, no, that wouldn't make sense, because Forza 4, I guess. Also, VX220's beating fucking Zonda again. What is this bollocks?
Shenanigans? That should never happen.
Maybe, but I don't know.
I actually forgot, is this one four-wheel drive or is it rear-engined?
What, the VX220?
No, this roof. The CTR2. I think this is all drive, isn't it?
Might be?
I don't know. I'll check at the end if we can't.
Rear wheel?
If we can't figure it out, we'll yeah. Or you can just use Wikipedia.
Screw it. I'm gonna go look it up.
What year is it?
It's 96, I think.
'Cause it says, it says it has both rear and all. So.
So it could go either way.
Either.
Oh wait, wasn't there like the CTR and then the BTR or something? And that was the rear drive one.
I thought that was in the 80s with the BTR.
I think they had several BTRs. By the way, BTR is a badass name for a car. Just pointing that out. Because I think BTR is like the name of those like personnel tanks from Modern Warfare. I should let's play Call of Duty at some point. That is one of my plans. I was also gonna let's play Halo, but Halo man. I'm still planning on that. I'm just working on it. And by working on it, I mean it's kind of at the back of my mind every now and again.
It's on the list.
There's a lot of things
We
on
just
the
made
list.
the list.
Do you know what game we should do as a group at some point?
What
What?
game?
Destruction Derby Raw.
Yes.
Raw.
That game had a fucking interesting intro.
It did.
And of course, can anyone stop the mechanical mayhem?
Maybe.
Only
Potentially.
on Tuesdays.
Hey, the VX220 beat the Zonda.
A.
So who's going to be the... place your bets now. Who's going to be the championship leader at the end of this VX220 or the Zonda?
Oh man, it's too soon
Aye.
to tell. Well, I mean, there's 3 races left, so the winner of the next race may very well dictate which one's going to win and which one's going to you know.
Lose.
Unless they keep
Yeah.
alternating places again. And
Yes.
tying.
The
And
next
before
race...
the 330 CI comes, before the 328 CI comes second.
Well, it's Grand Valley, so... I mean, I assume the Zonda's quicker, but the Zonda runs out of puff faster. Because I think that thing only gets...
way too short.
Yeah, because I think it only gets like
Isn't
200...
this the Zonda that's got like the stupid gear ratio?
Yeah, it's like... goes to like 220 kilometers and then dies. I don't even think
Pretty
it...
much.
Actually, I think it's like 200 kilometers, which is like 120 miles an hour.
Something
Which
like
is
that.
But
Yeah, it is not particularly accurate, should we say.
And you know, even in GT4, that particular Zonda wasn't very fast.
Well, if we use the Zonda at any point, I'll remind me to sort the gears out. Well, let's be fair, I'll probably remember. Actually, we do have to use the Zonda, don't we? Because there's a one-make race for the Zondas.
In this game, or...?
Yeah.
or-
In the, it's in the professional league. There's, a Zonda race. The interesting thing with that Zonda race is it's only 2 races.
Oh.
And I know what the price car is for the end of that, and it's no real surprise either.
Wait,
It's obviously
don't
a
tell me.
Zonda.
Oh, god damn it, Game Whiz.
What?
I was gonna say, it's made by a company called Zonda.
It's clearly the C12S. Speaking of which, is the C12 and C12S in this game, or is it just the C12? I don't even remember.
It's everything.
What, all of them?
I'm just gonna pretend it's everything.
Oh.
Gran
I mean, it doesn't
Turismo
really
had
matter,
it
because I don't really
They
think
had it
there's
in
that
every
much
car anyway.
difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that.
Sounds about right.
3 laps of Grand Valley, kill me now.
No thanks.
In the
Grand
understeer
Valley.
machine. Oh my! How you doing, VX220?
That thing is quick.
That thing is moving.
Is this this VX220 or an arcade speedster trophy?
Nope, that is a VX220. There's no turbo in this game.
No, I'm saying like I'm saying the VX220 / speedster trophy from GT4, considering the pace it's going.
Okay, those events can really kiss my ass.
Oh yeah, because there's like some events where they upgrade the car and then there's some where they don't, isn't there? Like there's some that are stupidly difficult and then there's the GTR Championship, which is just like A. Well, I mean, I used the Gran Turismo Skyline, I guess that would kind of cheat things.
Right.
Whatever.
I mean, I choose the Z meeting where all the Z cars are by using the option stream Z.
Game Wiz.
What?
Stop speaking about Gran Turismo 4.
Why?
Because it makes me want to play that game instead.
We're
You'll
fine.
get to it eventually.
Well, luckily, actually, I think after this championship, we may very well be 50% of the way through this game.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Huh? You cut out.
He was saying something.
Yeah. Got a question.
I have an answer.
Do, after this, and I won't remember this, but it's just a question in general. After this, when I've finally completed this game, do I go straight to Gran Turismo 4, or do I do my usual thing, which is alternate a Forza game in here?
Go straight to GT4, Kappa.
Because, I mean, if I do the alternating thing, then I'm going to be doing probably Forza 1, because it's the shortest of all of them. I was planning on doing Forza 5, but I think I've got a better idea of when I'm going to do that. I think my plan with Forza 5 is do that sort of after GT4. Like, say, hey, we've gone from a game that's fully loaded to a game which is pretty bare bones. Yeah, I don't know. Depends how much of a Gran Turismo mood I'm in after this. Because there's one interesting thing to note about if I do GT4.
Which is?
That'll be my favorite. That'll be my final Gran Turismo game. Although I suppose that would be a good way to end it, because A.
GT4 is a good game.
Yeah, because I don't really want to.
Yes.
I don't want to LP GT5 or 6. I just don't think they're good enough.
No, I just thought it was because you just didn't want to play the PS3 again because due to its controller.
Yeah, I've got GT5 Prologue on the Let's Play list because I actually kind of like Prologue, to be fair, and I might just about be able to bear it for Prologue, but for the most part, I just don't like recording with the PS3 anyways because it makes so much fucking noise as well. Because like the fan on that is always on because it's one of the fat ones.
Oh.
It's one thing I've noticed with PlayStation in general. They have really loud fans, and that sounds bad coming from someone who primarily owned an Xbox 360, which is one of the loudest consoles in known existence. Because those things are loud. Like the original ones. And then they said like, hey, the 360 is whisper quiet, and it's like, okay. It isn't though, is it? Let's be honest. Alright, I'm going to take this corner properly this time. I'm going to slow the hell down because this car can not take corner speed.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
The VX220 is going to beat the Zonda, by the way, in this race. So they are trading wins, apparently.
Well,
And I like how like the bottom of the card doesn't change at all. Like it's always Griffith DB7 328 Ci because that car's useless pretty much for this championship.
The VX220 has a lead on the Zonda.
To be fair, I think if you're like actually playing through this game on a budget, like don't follow my thing here and buy the 500,000 credit CTR2. Just buy a VX220 and stick a turbo kit in it, and then go Wii.
Mark,
We.
Also, hey, we're doing...
Assuming that you actually have access to the VX220.
I mean, you should have access to the VX220. It's only like 40 grand.
Didn't the North American versions not get the VX220? Or is it the Opel Speedster I'm thinking of?
It might just be the Speedster.
Right, never mind.
Actually, I'm kind of curious about something now.
Huh?
I wonder if this game still has the language kink, where if you put it into another language, it'll be Opal instead of Voxel. I'd have to check that. See, I mean, I appreciate Polyphony to go to the effort of like saying, hey, you can have Voxel if you're English and then Opal if you're from anywhere else, but at the same time, it's like, I really don't care if it's Opals in a game. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Like, it's whatever. Oh, hey, Zonda. Oh, hi, VX220. Hi, Zonda, you're gonna be my cushion.
Kick its ass, Zonda!
There. I mean, you saw it on that Grand Valley race, though. Like, when that Zonda passed me and then instantly stopped, I assume he had hit his speed limiter. And that was that.
Probably.
I mean, let's be honest, if this was being, like, fully realistic, the Zonda would be absolutely destroying the CTR2 right now, I think. Because I'm assuming that car has the power to weight advantage if this thing's all-wheel drive.
Most likely?
Possibly.
Because the Zonda's... I know the Chingwei is a very light car. I think the Chingwei is only like 2,800 pounds or something.
Yeah, considering it is a road-going Zonda R.
Well, that's what they claim it is. It's not really anything like a Zonda R. Other than it's got some carbon fibre in it. Or carbotanium, I believe they call it. Because I think I remember that car when it was starting to come out, because Richard Hammond was on about selling like his children and the inside of his ears to buy a
Just
Zonda.
sell your children. No, okay.
Well, see, Hammond really likes the Zonda.
He does.
Do you know what I'm yet to find?
What?
A.
Someone who prefers the Huayra to the Zonda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Huayra
like
BC.
the Huayra. It's a good car.
I prefer the
reason I like
BC
Zonda-
infinitely.
The reason I like the Zonda more is the Zonda screams more of it. It was a car that was just sheer lunacy. Huayra's not so much.
I don't like the Huayra. Like, the base standard Huayra, I don't like it.
I was about to say, with that being said, Zonda, the Wire is still a good car.
It is.
It's just not Zonda good.
I don't like the looks of it, and in Forza at least, that car handles like absolute garbage. Like, the BC's a good handling car, but the standard Huayra is, like, not good.
Which is actually pretty hilarious, considering the Wire has active aero.
I mean, the Aero's cool. Because how can you not like silly flaps?
Because Flappy Flap.
That's a wall.
Into the wall.
I tried to hit an angle, I think I bounced off it pretty well.
Yeah.
VX220's big. If the VX220 keeps the lead, he's gonna beat the Zonda in the championships.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is...
it's all because of how screwed over the Zonda's gear ratios are.
Well, you know what the funny thing is, don't you, about that? The stock
What?
VX220 has 144 horsepower, the Zonda has 542. Hey VX220, how you doing?
And that's for the standard C12?
Actually no, is the actually no, I think the standard C12 might be like 400 or something.
Because I know in GT4 it has 388.
Yeah, I think it's like 394 or something. I'll have to check, but...
It's like a lot lower than you think it ever should.
Well, I mean, it's got the lethargic Mercedes engine in it, hasn't it? Because, I mean, that thing was in the SL73.
It's a Sandero. Wait.
As I found out, apparently that engine's actually derived slightly from the CLK GTR engine. I didn't know that.
Well then.
It's actually a learning to but
Ow.
It's a wall.
Hey, it's almost like if the VX220 had more power, it'd actually be able to capitalise on that, but never mind. Anyways, the VX220 is going to beat the Zonda in the championships. What is life?
I don't know.
Life is apparently admitting that the people who make the Corsa are better than the people who make the Zonda.
I mean, technically the VX220 is a Lotus, but...
Yeah.
So is the Z4 etc. one, but we don't talk about that.
There's a GM badge of excellence hidden on that Lotus. So...
Oh hey, it's Monte
I thought
Carlo.
it was a Toyota badge.
Well, if it's Monte Carlo, the VX220 is definitely winning.
Oh, well.
Because handling course. Oh, hi
Yes.
DB7. You don't launch very
How you
quickly,
doing?
do you?
No, it doesn't.
Bomb.
I like the I'm gonna use the DB7 for
Well,
something
it's got to
else.
carry a lot of luxury with it.
Quick, Zonda! Go to greatness! I'm trying to delay the VX220 a little bit.
You're trying to help the Zonda.
Yeah.
Aww.
The Zonda can win if, like, something beats the... Oh, okay, never mind. He just apparently decided to slide it himself. Congratulations,
Love it.
Zondaria. You have done
I guess it's
stupid.
on dead.
The Zondead. The Zondead C... Rip S on the...
The Pagani is on Darrow.
Fuck off. I like it how it's like, hey, Mugen, Ford, because they're the same thing. Mobile 1,
Clearly.
Mobile 1, Mobile 1, Jaguar, Jaguar, Jaguar. Does this game still have the random adverts in it or not? I don't think it does it?
Random
Wall.
adverts?
Yeah, like those advertisements on the side of the track in GT2, they were randomised. I don't know if they are in this game.
Don't believe so.
It's kind of cool in GT2 that they had like random. It wouldn't surprise me if that was more like a memory limitations thing, where it's just like code just sets a random whatever. Hi Zonda, thanks for pushing me into a wall. I love you too, babe. That's for being a cunt. Oh god damn it.
You were helping it at the start of the lap.
Well, I'm sorry if he's gonna be a cunt.
What a weasel. I don't know.
I mean, it's inevitable anyway. The VX220 is going to win because hey, it's Monaco. It's an actual handling course.
Yep. That is true.
Because this course is terrible in a car that doesn't handle.
It's terrible for most cars, to be honest.
Like the RUF CTR2, which is awful around here. Because this thing is understeery and the brakes are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's any interesting prize cars for this race.
Well, it's a car with 4 wheels and an engine, and then hopefully another car with
Oh,
4
actually, that
wheels and
reminds
an
me,
engine.
Thunder.
What's up?
I'm going to show you the thing while we're here.
Which
Because there's
is-
no interesting prize cars, I'm going to prove that hold a button and press the thing in works.
Okay.
Because it was working yesterday when I was picking the Camaro. Because I realised what the Camaro... I don't think there's any interesting prize cars for this. Anyways. Does someone want to
In
Google that
Florida.
quickly? Don't tell me what they are, just tell me if there's anything interesting in there.
Don't tell me what they are. He'll make me cry. No. Just kidding.
I like... Oh, hey, the Zonda's in the lead. What is going on? Mind you, maybe the Zonda's better for handling circuits, and the VX220 is better in straight lines, as strange as that is to say.
That sounds so backwards, it's not even funny.
I know, but admit the VX220 is probably quicker in a straight line. Like, overall top speed.
Probably.
144.924. How fast do F1 cars go around here?
At least 20 seconds faster.
Nice. I mean, to be fair, F1 cars aren't Beetles. Even if they are steroid-induced Beetles. Well, this is a steroid-induced Beetle.
One of many.
Yeah. Is anyone looking at the prize car list, by the way?
No. Really, I'd like to be surprised.
I
Okay.
don't remember. I think I.
Uh,
Actually, I
think
think
it's-
there was one. I think there is a race car. I just don't remember which one it is.
I don't think it's anything interesting.
And
before it's something
before
interesting.
garbage race car.
The race car will
Or
probably...
it's an evolution of some variety.
Oh, actually, I do think there is an Evo as a prize car here. Why has it dropped down a gear? Why are you doing that, you silly car? I'm itching my face. Nose face.
Because
Those
ball
things.
sack.
Lotus. Peugeot. Because that's the same... Well, actually, I mean, technically,
ball
they have
sack.
been in the past.
Sparkles, sparkles.
I believe Lotus has done some work for Peugeot before. I mean, it's technically the DeLorean. Because Peugeot engine. Peugeot engine, Renault gearbox, because that makes for a reliable driving car. Ugh. Power. Come on, go for the fastest lap. Come on, RUF.
You can roof it.
Nah, it's not going to do it.
Oh, bollocks.
46.267, I'll take that. And the Zonda wins the final race, but unfortunately, it's completely meaningless. And the Griffith DB7 and 328 CI, unsurprisingly, don't change at all.
Yeah, because they sucked.
Congratulations. Anyways,
Well, it tried.
$7.5 grand.
Yeah, it tried.
Alright, are you ready? I'm gonna
No.
prove a point. I'm gonna aim for the car on the right.
And before it's not even the car on the right.
It probably won't be.
Wait for it.
Right, here we go. Car on the right. I'm gonna get the car on right. I
You're gonna
promise
get
you
the
I'm gonna get the
car.
car. I want the car on the left now. I've decided left.
It's on the top.
Hey, I got the car on the left.
Hey!
hey!
Thing.
Anyways.
That's a
Cool.
vertigo.
Finally, something that's not an evolution.
Oh shit.
Oh, 50%. I'm gonna get a Corvette. I remember.
Huh.
What
If you
cool
need
this
me,
thing.
I'll be in a bucket.
Do you want to know the
Lisa.
worrying thing?
What?
That would actually be quite useful for something, but never mind. Anyways.
What, the bucket?
No, the
Yes.
Corvette, for
Bucket.
fuck's sake.
Yes, the bucket.
Prick. Anyways, we actually finally ended up with decent prize cars, so we got a Gillett Vertigo, which is quite a cool car. Belgium Roots to the Future, powered by an Alfa Romeo engine, the most Belgium of all engines. And we've got a French Corvette as well. So, yeah. Also, this thing is all-wheel drive, apparently. And the power figures changed again.
Yeah. Change the oil and I'm sure the power will go up even further.
Either way, hey, look, we're at 50% now, that's cool.
Hey,
And we've
look.
also got 50 cars.
Oh boy.
An episode of 50s. Also, I need to prove something to myself. Did I buy a Griffith
Oh,
earlier?
I see you did the thing.
What thing?
The thing to get one of the things.
What?
The green thing.
Oh, the Camaro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that at some point.
Yeah.
Did we do that? Yeah, like before we started filming, we did that.
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, that's it for this episode of the Gran Turismo 3 Let's Play. I almost said 2, that's been a while. Next time we're going to take a look at the Gran Turismo World Championship, so join me for that. That being said and done, thank you all very much for watching. My name's been The Real Emile. Until next time, farewell.
Adios.
Goodbye.